Morning, everybody. This is here because it's super loud out there. So, got a lot of tree stuff going on. We had a big storm a couple weeks ago, and now all the tree work is happening. Lots of big mature trees in this neighborhood. So, if you hear anything in the background, my apologies to you. Today, we're going to be talking about the new moon in Pisces as kind of an anchor here for this reading. I've asked my guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Metatron, Uriel, Sandalphon, all y'all show up for this. My guides, Isaac and Isabel. Isaac and Isabel. They both have good senses of humor. All right, so here we are. Let's see what's going on. All right, bring it in. Pathfinders, today at 1 o'clock, we are going to be doing Q&A. So if you have questions about your spiritual path or twin flame or anything that's going on with you, bring it. That's the 1 o'clock live today with my Pathfinder group. If you want to join that group, there's a link in the description box. So welcome. Pathfinders is amazing. You guys, I learn from you guys all the time. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on this channel. You contain the entire universe encoded within you. That's funny. I was just there was been a lot of discussion recently about AI, and especially on YouTube, there's been a lot of discussion about that and about how people find you or how people find their path. I think that was even the phrase that they used in the emails. I've been seeing a lot of this lately coming into my email, and it was like finding your path. And here I am. I'm like, well, I know how to find your path, and it has nothing to do with AI. But it was interesting how they worded it. And it is the time. I do feel like we are, I don't know if we will still be in these bodies when this happens, but science and religion science and spirituality are coming closer. The more they understand the natural rules of the universe, the more they see how things were created, the more they see. Very interesting. Even the Big Bang Theory, I don't know if you guys watch that, but Sheldon said something about tearing the face off nature to stare into the eyes of God, something like that he sees God in math. And that's why I was always attracted to that show. Because I'm like, yeah, you guys don't even see the spiritual conversations you're having. You don't even see it, but maybe Chuck Lorre does, but I don't know. Anyway, how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? And you are perfectly imperfect. So I do feel like there is sense and chaos at the same time. There's some things we don't know about, lots of things we don't know about the universe. But I feel like as we move into this new moon in Pisces is a great time to manifest your wildest dreams. So it's not about what you think is possible. It's about your knowing that universe has your back, that spirit is connected to you, that source is bringing it every single day. If you could just pay attention, right? If you could just be in your present moment, I think that is one of the most powerful grounding exercises you can do, being super present in the moment. And you can do this pretty easily. There's two things I like to do. Number one, I love to cook. So when I'm cooking, I am not thinking about tomorrow, about what I'm doing for video. I'm not thinking about problems of the day or anything. I am super immersed in the spices I'm using, the cooking, the smells that are coming out, the feeling of dough in my hands. That is being present. So I use those kind of exercises to get me into that present moment. Another good one to do is the shower. You have the soaps, you have the water, you have the sound of the rushing water, you have the feeling of getting clean, you have all of these beautiful sensory experiences. And when we do talk about, the nature and the nature of the universe and God and how that is all brought together, we forget, a lot of us, I definitely have had these conversations with you guys over the years that like this whole 3D experience, like this body, yes, there's decay and there's um you know, only a certain amount of time currently, only a certain amount of time that this body lives on the planet, and we are going in a direction where that's changing, but it's really important to be grounded in yourself, especially in the new moon in Pisces, because Pisces, 12th house, any of that energy is so spiritually connected that if you're not in your body, you're not going to be able to access guidance all that well. It's going to be much more up in your head, and you are going to feel maybe a little airy and a little bit, ungrounded, right? Like this is a good time because everything has to do with balance. So if you can anchor yourself, deep breath, feel all of your extremities, feel what you're feeling in your back, in your neck, in your elbows, feel your fingers, feel your toes, feel your feet on the floor. Be present in the moment. There's a the other thing I like to do is this raspberry gelato. That's one of my favorite things. It's not special. Like I could pick it up at the grocery store anytime I want, but I like to use that raspberry gelato is such a rich flavor to me, especially if you team it with chocolate ice cream. All right. Okay. I'm just saying. But like putting that and tasting that and the flavors of it and how can I use it in a recipe and how can I do all these things when I'm cooking, great insights come in. When I'm singing or dancing, great insights come in. Your creativity is connected to manifestation, obviously. So this new moon in Pisces time period is a time to dream big. Don't go small. Don't let your mind go, I don't know how that could happen. That could never happen. I don't know where this business is going to come from. I don't know where the money's going to come from. No. Dream big and be in it. Get yourself grounded and then be in the dream that you want to create. Okay? And we can talk more about that on Pathfinders if you want today. I'm definitely into that. I just saw the Ace of Pentacles. So this is definitely planting a seed. Some of you have been going through a very dark time. I have read a lot of emails and a lot of comments from you. So I feel like one of the messages in this new moon in Pisces energy on the 19th is a lot about understanding that you have been planted, right? That's why the darkness is existing right now. That's why challenges are happening with maybe your family members unhealthy or in a lot of different ways, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever ways they are. You can send energy to them with love. They don't have to accept it, but you can do that and recognize that you might be in this dark space because you're taking on a lot of other people's energies. Okay, don't rule that out. If you are in a dark space and you're like, why is this happening? Like, I don't really know. Chances are, so 2008 was a time when we had a radical shift that year. I completely checked out of my corporate life. That was it. That was the last time that I did anything like that. How I was doing it anyway. And that kind of corporate experience, never went back to being inside that kind of company again. And in 2012, what happened to all of us is our intuition opened up, blossomed, and empaths understood that they were able to feel other people's energies, hear their thoughts, see what was going on with people energetically, shift the energy, clear out energy. All of that really blossomed in 2012. And so now we're 11 years, is that right? Yeah, 11 years beyond that. And in this year, in 2023, February is another time of blossoming. March is going to be amazing. And then getting into the summer, getting into July, we are going to have another portal for an upgrade. Okay. So February is an upgrade month. And this July, the Lionsgate portal, the 7-7 portal and everything. We talk about 8-8. We talk about 7-7. So those portals this summer are going to be massively powerful. 2023 is a manifesting year. New moon in Pisces. Live your dream. Okay? Live your dream. I'll do this. Okay? However it works. King of Wands underneath. Beautiful energy there. Six of Pentacles. Your work has something to do with service. There's a new path, new exciting path coming. The Fool, the Three of Wands, Hanged Man, right? I don't know why. The bottom of the deck is really speaking to me today. The Temperance card and Nine of Pentacles. Lots of great stuff here, okay? So there is a shift in your work. There is a shift in all of our work. I feel like this is for the collective, and it could be happening to you specifically, but for the most part, it is happening collectively. So certain kinds of jobs won't exist anymore, or certain kinds of experiences won't be a thing anymore. And I feel like we are going toward something that is very powerful and grounding and service oriented. Okay. So being of service is the key to where we're going. I do see Leo and Sag here. Lots of fire energy in this. In the next 5 days, as we get over to the new moon in Pisces and beyond, oh wow, the Fool in this deck. This is Golden Tarot, I think. The Fool has a drum, and I experienced this week a clearing of energy that was so powerful using drumming, and I'm learning to be a sound healer. So all of these things make so much sense to me, that we are going in a direction of people opening up to their next level of their gifts. So you might be empathic, and you might be able to get a sense of people's energy. You might be studying Reiki, you might be studying something like this, but I feel like this is going to open wide up this summer. We'll talk more about March as we get to it, but right now this new moon in Pisces is a great time to manifest my service via my spiritual gifts. What are the spiritual gifts that need to open? How can I be of service? Those are the things we need to, wow, there's the moon, new moon in Pisces. Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, been seeing that a lot. Ten of Cups, gorgeous, wow. Ace of Cups right in the middle, holy moly. Ten of Pentacles, Tower, Six of Cups, Three of Swords. One more, yeah. Oh, okay. And so it's 6 of Wands. Okay, good. So I do feel, now this is just for some of you. This might be a kind of go big, but this is kind of a small message. I do feel like there is someone in your life, if you're resonating with this, who does have to leave. They can't be in the space when you're moving and advancing into this new dream that you've created. Some of you are asking for love. The Lovers card, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. And I do feel like there is somebody that has to go to make space for that. Now, that's kind of a 3D message that's coming through here. But I do feel like being in this energy of Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles really brings in like-minded people. The Lovers card here is pretty loud. I feel like this is rather sudden, but there is somebody that has to go to make space. All right? Somebody has to go. Well, I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. In order to make space. And what do I mean by that? There's an energy blockage. Who is this? Six of Swords, Four of Swords, High Priestess. You know who this is, Page of Swords. You do know who this is. For those of you who are resonating with this, I don't even think I needed to clarify. When this person goes, you're going to need to do a lot of spiritual healing in order to make the space. This person kind of created a black hole in your energy, or created some kind of barrier to love and money for you. Like blocked your Venus. It'd be interesting to look at, if you know who I'm talking about, it'd be really interesting to look at a synastry chart of you and this person and see how they're blocking your forward progress or your access to love or money. There's definitely a person from your past. Okay. And some of you are going to experience this as a sudden sighting or a sudden flash of a person that shows up from your past. And you're going to have to move them away from you. You're going to have to recognize right away what I'm saying, that this person has toxic energy or dark energy around them, or attachments, spirit attachments to them, and you're going to have to recognize it. That's one of the things that empaths do. You guys recognize this. So what I want you to do is, number one, be super present in the moment. Manifest your dreams. Think big. Be really mystical. Be grounded as you're doing it, but be really mystical. And we will talk about rituals and things like that for manifesting with the new moon. But this does feel to me like your manifesting ability could bring in a person from the past, and you go, nope, bye. Because you're trusting yourself. You're trusting that you are seeing who this is, you know who I'm talking about, and they need to move on. There's no backpedaling. There's no I feel bad about dumping this person, or I feel bad about blocking them from my life. The Tower here is saying, let me see. Let me clarify the Tower, please. Clarify the Tower. Three of Pentacles. Hierophant. Five of Pentacles. Emperor. This person can be somebody who is toxic emotionally. Someone who, wow, this is a person who's gone through some kind of trauma or some kind of difficulty that has shifted them, or is going to shift them, from being financially stable to being financially unstable. Okay? They are not manifesting with this new moon. They are stubborn, and they are thinking, they are full of ego. Okay? This person thinks they have very little gratitude, is what I'm getting here. Very little gratitude. I don't know if you know who this person is, but I do think that at the very least, this person is a past life kind of karmic soulmate. And if you do know who this person is and they are from your past in this life, then maybe that'll be a little bit easier. But I do see. But I do think that regardless of whether you know who this is or not, you're going to have to attune during this new moon in Pisces to your own awareness about the energies of other people, and which you do naturally all the time, but you don't trust it all the time. And if you don't trust it, then it gets quieter, because you keep shoving it down and not following guidance. What this says to me is, you're manifesting something really amazing, and it's starting to come in. This person shows up, and it's going to be like, what is like that Dawn commercial? Like there's a pan of water with grease on it, and you drop a little Dawn in it, and the grease goes, woo, right? Like, sorry, that was probably really loud on you. Sorry. But that's what it's going to be like, is that if this person is allowed to stay, you are going to see that their energy is causing good things to run away from you. Okay? Good things to be delayed or blocked or something like that. This person is very traditional. They are somebody who believes in 20th century kind of, let's go back to the normal kind of thing. They're not really interested in their own spirituality or their own capability, energetic capability, because they don't really believe in it. They might be someone who talks about spirituality and gets their toes done and let's do some meditation, but they're not really doing it. Okay? They're plugged into it because it's spiritual bypassing. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to pay attention to what's really going on. They're super plugged into their own worth and value as related to money, as related to any kind of external thing, when your worth and value resides right here, inside. And then it gets reflected in external stuff. It's not the other way around. This person thinks that external stuff makes them valuable, that their accomplishments in their career, their bank account makes them valuable. It's the other way around. Their humanity, their ability to connect with spirit, who they are, the light. The light is the value. And that attracts in all of those good things, not the other way around. So with this new moon in Pisces, it's this person is an absolute mirror of the thing you most want to move away from right now in this new moon in Pisces. I want to move away from this type of energy because it is going down. It is absolutely going to a place that feels really scary for this person, because they only track their worth and value by what shows up externally. Whereas what this is saying to me, the Hanged Man, the Temperance card, the Strength card, and the Nine of Pentacles, that comes from inside. It also comes from being of service. This person isn't of service at all. They're not, they're seeing how much they can take from other people. This is vampire energy. So I feel like this is a sad thing, because I think this person is somebody you might have known a really long time, and it might be really sad that you've got to move on from this person. But I don't think you have to do anything really terrible, or like, you're dead to me kind of thing. I think the energy is going to create a division, because this person is vampire energy. If you're doing protection, like we talked about yesterday on the tarot certification, if you're doing your protection, if you're doing your bubble of love and light energy, if you're practicing any kind of energetic clearing and moving along, this person will naturally do it. You put that bubble around your house, I don't know that they'll be able to come in. Okay, so I like the moving on here, and I like the High Priestess, because whenever I see the High Priestess, the first thing I think of is, you know who I'm talking about. You know what you want. You know where you're going, and you know how to get there. You just don't trust it all the time. That's all. This person thinks external situations make them powerful, and that's got to go. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with this new moon in Pisces reading. Link is below if you want to continue on. Pathfinders, let's keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.